Scott McDonald and Shunsuke Nakamura went in the starting lineup in Lisbon. They are today. McDonald plays against his old teammates, accompanied by Chris Killen, the New Zealand international who had his starting European debut against Benfica. And Paul Hartley returns to the side for his first league game since the 7th of October. Motherwell, unsurprisingly, unchanged from inflicting on Hibs their first defeat of the season last week. They're led by the former Rangers player Ross McCormack, whose double last week took his tally for the season to 5. Another former Ranger, Stephen Hughes, continues in midfield. There is Scott McDonald, who's taking part in the action against racism today. And the players are in that circle to show their support for the movement. And there's McCormack, another striker, built somewhat on the same lines as Scott McDonald. Very mobile and scored 2 excellent goals last week. Gordon Strachan coming out now, and they're old mates. In fact, he lodged with Gordon Strachan. Actually, Gordon came into his house one night, sat down, forgot that he had a lodger. Suddenly the door opened and he thought it was a burglar. It was in fact the Motherwell manager. Referee today is Stuart Dougal. They never ever oh, he's turning and facing the camera now. That's a change. There's the huddle, and they're ready for Celtic. Ought to be some inspiring words. More than muttered in there, but spoken quite forcibly. Certainly hasn't been Celtic's happiest week of the season. 2 consecutive defeats, no goals scored. And this game means a lot to them in terms of morale and spirit. Having said all of that, they're still top of the league. And that's something they should point out to anybody who mentions this. Would you believe Scott McDonald almost back in a left-back position and conceding the corner kick? This is the player, of course, who scored the crucial goal against Celtic very late in the game 3 seasons ago. All that is behind them, as they say. Corner kick. Only 45 seconds gone. Decent ball in. Cragen tried to get hold of it. Stephen Hughes eventually does. Push that ball a little bit too far to the side, and Scott Brown coming back on that. Motherwell played some very neat football against Hibs. It was an excellent game last week. Laid out. Is there anybody there just beyond them? Clarkson had come in, and so had Chris Porter, who just got underneath that. Motherwell looking impressive this early in the game. Trying to drag that Celtic defence out a little. There's the header. It was Porter who got in there for that. No danger to the Celtic goal, though. Well, there's the little touch inside, and Porter trying to guide it with the side of his head. Very promising start to his career with 5 goals, of course. Ex-Bury and Oldham player. Came at a free. Were there by Patterson involved in that sending off incident last week. at Fir Park. Rather clumsy and quite unnecessary tackle by Moray on him. I have to say, it's not the most volatile atmosphere at Celtic Park at the moment. I think they're still trying to recover from the defeat last week at Ibrox, and then of course that disappointment in Lisbon. So it's up to the Celtic players to get some enthusiasm aroused. There was a push there by Hartley. That's a free kick. Paul Hartley, and I think he's going to be a very important player for Celtic in the remaining European games, apart from doing anything domestically. Hughes, like the way he picked up the play against Hibs, moved the ball around. Players in midfield responding very well to him. Clarkston, he should have hit it first time. Very good play. Now this is where hesitation let him down. He really should have hit that first time. I think he was trying to get a bit of control on the ball. Mark McGee, who's certainly forged a very good start for Motherwell. A long way to go, but he's a very astute and intelligent manager. Well, Celtic haven't picked up the ball yet. 4 minutes gone, and normally we're treated to a flood of Celtic attacks by this stage. Oh, the goalkeeper, I think there must have been a swerve in that. Boric. Well, the ball seemed to sway away from him. Ross McCormack, who, as I said, scored a couple of goals. He's very, very good at putting curl on the ball from free kicks, but in that fluid movement, brought out a instinctive save. Now here's the counter-attack. McGeady couldn't quite get away there. Lee Naylor to take this, and he can't get a fair distance with these throws. Too many players going for that. Hartley in the chase. That ball still not out of play. McGeady. Well, I think Scott McDonald came back because he thought he was offside, and I think indeed he was. Free kick. Well, Scott McDonald didn't start the game in Lisbon. And I wondered if that's part of the priorities of the Celtic manager. I mean, he has to share the commitments between the domestic scene, which is now very tight, and Europe, which is, I think, mostly about prestige. Kimura saw the opening. Almost a miraculous recovery by Stephen McManus, which everybody is delighted to see, by the way. Couldn't get a better professional than McManus. Stephen Craigan there, the Northern Ireland international, who was part of the Northern Ireland team that almost brought an upset to Sweden the other night. They got a 1-1 draw there. Very poor kick out, that one. Hughes just got the little touch. Where they go again. Clarkson lost sight of that, and that was very good defensive work by Scott Brown. Tracked him all the way back. Kennedy Can't quite get there. Now here goes Brown. McDonald has gone into the middle. McGeady is there. There's McDonald at the back. Well, it's a decent ball in. I thought it was impossible at that angle to sweep it in the way he did, but he contrived that out of virtually nothing. And he's also a sturdy little character. He lays his weight about well, as you could see there. There he is, going in at the goalkeeper. Killen chasing after this, he'll never get it. Scott McDonald complaining that the ball should have gone to him firstly. Chris Killen, of course, and McDonald and Tipodian players, and they have long journeys that they're selected for their respective countries. Good play by Brown again. Got involved. Kennedy. Well, I think he could have let that go, Quinn. Cragen is having an argument with him now. Now then, Scott Brown looks to have picked up something. Yeah, well, I don't know. There must be an injury to the Motherwell player, however. Stephen Hughes is going off. I think he must have indicated to the technical area that he couldn't continue. So, as I said, the former Rangers player has only lasted 10 minutes. On comes the former Celtic player now. Started his career, of course. Scored in the final against United, Dundee United in 1991 for Motherwell. Goes way back there. 1.75 million was spent when he went to Celtic, then on to Sheffield Wednesday. So the veteran now on. Phil O'Donnell, I think, has a lot of good football still in him, but it all depends on what the quality of his legs are like now. Here's Killen. Free kick. Nice turn there by Killen. Ball taken by that right foot. No argument about that. Good young defender, Reynolds, all the same. Nakamura to take. Nicely judged. Graham Smith coming out positively to that. Good play by McCormack. Away he goes again. That's a clever ball inside. Just on the wrong side of the player, though. Picked up here. Well, that was a great counter-attack there by Motherwell. Just the final ball, you could tell what Ross McCormack had in mind, but he just put it slightly behind the player. Killen had to come back very deep to pick that up. Here he is again. Nakamura, no intentions of chasing after that. I think Nakamura has to show some of his class today. And Celtic need to lift themselves. It's imperative that the qualities that they know the players do have, like that passed in there by Killen. Trying it in goal, he could have laid it off to McDonald as well. Caldwell in with it. Little flick there by McDonald. Had that been any nearer the goal line, that could have gone in. McCormack. Lastly, back to McCormack. Well, you know, I think Lee Naylor was slightly fortunate that that ball struck him. I don't think he intercepted it. Here's Killen. Not the best of balls. I think he expected Scott McDonald to run forward a little bit. McDonald wanted to play to him directly. A little bit of confusion there. Lastly, played very steadily for Motherwell last week against Hibs. In fact, Motherwell's midfield dominated the game. Although you have to take into account the fact that Hibs lost a man. But I was impressed by all the midfield players. Well, the Celtic manager was bemoaning the fact that he doesn't have an old head, as if you could put it that way, in the Celtic defence. Well, sometimes it's difficult to get that. But then again, I think he and the support have to be patient about bringing on the likes of Kennedy, and of course McManus is already established fully as an international. Pushed by Brown. Little nudge there. And again, Celtic want more out of this man. Really had very little impact in Benfica. Clarkson tried to get that touch to it. Very quiet game so far. Well played by Hartley, playing in that area of the pitch that you might consider the holding role. This is meant for Killen. It's the right kind of ball for him. There's McDonald coming up, tried to turn it back. Away goes Lastly. There's a ball played through Clarkson. Not the best of balls again. The finishing ball by Clarkson twice in the game. He hasn't quite made it. McGeady looking much more positive. Adding a touch of badly needed pace to Celtic going in like that. Or by Reynolds. Lastly, Clarkson. And here for McCormack, took that down very well. McCormack, he's got pace. Still going in. Can he lay it back? He does, and that's just away. McManus. Well, that's a quality of McManus, being in the right place in that defensive area, just as McCormack skinned Kennedy. Well, Ross McCormack is playing better than any time I saw him at Ibrox. Of course, much more difficult to establish yourself in a big club like that with so many other competitors for position. Quinn going with McGeady. Just taken away from him. He could have put that ball in earlier. Here's Clarkson. Good run by Clarkson, and he overhit that ball. I think a handball, and Stuart Dougal stops the game. Free kick. Yeah, that was it. Porter getting in the way. McDonald chasing after this. Quinn playing safe. Minutes of this game gone, and Motherwell have created just as many chances. Patterson, Donald to Brown, way by Patterson. Scott Brown trying to chip that ball inside. Here's Nakamura, good position for him. Quinn with McGeady. He'll try the shot and goal, too direct though, but an improvement by Celtic there. They need to be just that little more bit dynamic. Scott Brown. To McGeady again, seeing more of the ball now. Nakamura. Backed up by McGeady. Celtic having to play the ball back towards the halfway line though to keep possession. Naylor, if he can get it to that left foot, he does. Here's McDonald. Corner kick. McDonald is very elusive when he picks up a ball like that in the box because of that. Well, his centre of gravity is near the ground, so he can turn very quickly like that. And I think he'll win a lot of penalties and free kicks by doing that. Nakamura swung well out, just headed down there. It was McManus who came up. Nakamura way downfield. That was a very good save. Wow, nearest miss so far. Out wide. Brown couldn't quite get to that, but he's fouled. Free kick. Brown. Killen actually got a very good touch to that. Hartley tried to follow up. Taken by Patterson. To a ball that time. Mark Reynolds, under 19 international. Only 20 now. A good turning, Chris Killen coming back, fighting for it. Here's Kennedy again, all very predictable football at the moment. Well, they are keeping possession though. Celtic trying to be patient. Nakamura. Killen. Very mobile Killen gets out to the side. Nakamura. Lovely ball round the side. And the goalkeeper gets it again as Hartley came in and pushed forward there by Killen. Nice little reverse pass there. Good running by Hartley, the goalkeeper, who's already had a great save from Killen. Getting right behind it. McDonald. Nakamura. Celtic beginning to get more of the ball in vital areas there, and another corner kick. And the real penetration is definitely coming from McGeady, who's warming to his task now. Like this, he's had several runs, not quite coming off, but a vast improvement. Nakamura again, that's a better one. Everybody back from Motherwell, of course. Lee Naylor with it. This time it is a clearance, but Kennedy picks it up. Pressure stays, here's Brown. Took that back very well, but that is not the best ball, and a bit unfortunate there, Nakamura. Porter putting it in there. I don't think he knew where that ball ended up. Now Caldwell. Still in play. Patterson prodding that up. Porter's there. Phil O'Donnell to Lashley. To McCormack. Well played by Hartley, was ably supported over by a man on the ball now, Nakamura. Now McGeady, that's the kind of service he needs, picking the ball up for these long runs. Beautifully played inside. Here's McDonald. Killen again. Nakamura. Beautiful run down the right-hand side. Almost a blind run. I don't think anybody realised he had crept forward there. Patterson getting back late. Hartley, can he let fly? He tried it. Celtic beginning to arouse. Here's Brown. Well, Brown is complaining about that to the linesman. And certainly David Clarkson had come back all the way. So what's this? Clarkson going in there and hits him when the ball is well away. The referee decides to take no action other than the free kick. Now can Celtic take advantage of this? 25 minutes gone. Nakamura can't get away with it, but he wins a corner kick. Well, Killen had a great effort the last time from this situation. Not the best corner kick. Defended, and here's Ross McCormack. The goalkeeper has made a run. Well, that was good play by Boric. He saw that danger very, very early. And he puts the ball almost up in our platform. That's the thing to do, just get rid of it. But that was a close run thing for Celtic. Up to Kennedy. Killen trying his best to link there, sweep the ball about. Here's McCormack. Kennedy in hard. Flag is up for offside, I think. Well, Motherwell's plans and the shape had to be slightly changed, of course, because of the early injury to Stephen Hughes after 10 minutes. But they've settled in again, and I think Celtic have to be very wary of them in the break, especially with that man who's very pacey, Ross McCormack. Porter did well to go on the outside and win himself a corner kick. Well, Motherwell have played this game intelligently. And the way he went round the outside there showed the kind of self-confidence that's growing individually within the Motherwell ranks and knitting together to make them a very useful looking team. Easily defended. Nicely around the outside. Quinn comes up. Ought to be in a better ball than that, but it was missed. Not a bad effort, and eventually by McCormack. Now, ought he to have put a little height on this? He decided to drive it in low. It certainly eluded the first Celtic challenge, but eventually it came to nothing. Down to McDonald, who's in with a chance. Got it at the second effort. I'm not quite sure if that was actually meant to go back to the goalkeeper. Certainly put high in the air by Paul Quinn. Here's Caldwell, looking for support and gets it from McDonald. He likes to drive players way wide with him like that. Caldwell, Nakamura, all very neat by Celtic at the moment. Just lacking that final penetration. Just kept in by that run forward there. Corner kick again. We're certainly mounting a number, but we've got to make one count. Naylor did well to get that. Of course, he has a great left foot on him, Naylor. Nakamura swinging out. Killen was up again. Ross McCormack couldn't quite get hold of it. Brown off his head. Nicely flicked forward there by McGarry. Nobody was going through the middle. Killen killed it well. Brown to McDonald. Celtic dominating the game now in midfield, there's no doubt about that. It's all about how they can convert it into clear-cut chances near goal. They are scarcer. Nicely laid out there to McGeady again. Nakamura is going wide, and McGeady might let fly, and he does. Muller will get across to it. That time it was Reynolds who blocked it. Naylor in with it. Constant Celtic possession at the moment. Brown. Caldwell inside. McGeady McDonald half complaining to the referee about that. There goes Clarkson, McCormack. McCormack going in, lays it over, good defensive work there. Still not clear. The referee thinks that was from the back by McGarry, and Caldwell's complaining about it as well. Stephen Dougal, as that was put in there, saying that was a free kick in any case. Warning to Caldwell not to try and referee the match. Patterson tried to touch that up. Nakamura. Splendid vision there by Nakamura. Naylor tried to get that in. There were three players inside who could have picked it up. Well, that's a decent ball there. Once again, Motherwell had to bring everybody back. Clarkson having to defend. Now Brown. McDonald, neat little ball inside. Couldn't be brought down. Now Celtic are just picking up everything in midfield now. Once again, McGeady. No free kick this time. Away go Motherwell, and here's McCormack on the chase again. Should get this. Kennedy with them. He's going to let fly at goal, and that is simple stuff there for the quality. And goalkeeper, and you give it away. Tries to do a little chip. Then it is thwart a miss, and Boric is coming out, criticising the defender for that he should have been alert to it. What a fiasco. He rolls it out there. Now, who do you blame? The full-back and the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper certainly saved the bacon at the end of it. The other seemed to take his eye off it. Easily away. Directly at Hartley though. That was a very, very odd piece of behaviour by the two players there. Look at the pace of this man. McDonald tried to come up. That might be a little bit too hard. Chased by Killen. There's Nakamura. Oh, that's a brilliant save. Brown coming. And that's the first time we've seen him as a positive force in the game. Now, he was being marked. Look at the strength of the man. Keeping hold of the ball, getting up. Couldn't put it away, though. Bad defending. Nervy defending. McCormack. Gets a corner kick again. And towards the end of this half, we have, in fact, just about 7 minutes remaining of this first 45 minutes. Motherwell beginning to creep back into the game after being hemmed back for so much in this match. Well, neat little header there. Yes, it was Cragen who came up. We'll watch the Irish internationals getting almost a free header at that. Way by McGeady. So O'Donnell can't get it. McDonald after that. Neat little ball put down by Killen. Good defending. Well, I did say that Motherwell really have a developing star here in Reynolds. Good anticipation by him. He did that with the outside of his left foot, just killed the opportunity. I think McDonald is getting a yellow card for diving. Or he may have said something to the referee. One or other. Now just watch this. He felt he was penalised. That may have been a touch on the outside of his foot. He could have said something to the referee. In any case, yellow card. Not the best kick out by the Motherwell goalkeeper, goes down the line, and it's a throw to Motherwell. Ross McCormack trying to get up on that. Here's Caldwell. Pops it straight back out. He feels he might have been impeded there. There's a run forward, Clarkson picking it up now. Clarkson just going there, tries to get that away. Goal kick. Good defending that time by Gary Caldwell. He didn't lunge in. He let Clarkson do all the work for that. And his very presence put the Motherwell player off. As that happened, Caldwell just coming there, keeping at his heels, and ends up at a goal kick. So O'Donnell just gave that ball away too easily. Brown still carrying on. Nakamura beautifully inside, and McDonald was in a very good position there. Better move there by Celtic. Now it started with Brown slipping that ball. I thought for a moment that he would go down and get a free kick out of it, but they get the corner kick. Oh, just passed. Well, a cluster of players in there, including Gary Caldwell. And again, I think there was a deflection. Corner kick. This is the only time this Motherwell defence have looked vulnerable, to be perfectly honest. These corner kicks. There he goes again. It's an own goal. I certainly think McDonald was there just before half time. Cragen was very close to it as well. Just watch this. Now, clearly McDonald, beautifully in place. He didn't even have to jump for it. He just stooped and in it went. God smile in his face about that one. Against his old mates, and Celtic are one up. Here's Clarkson. Inside it goes, and I think offside. Good response there by Motherwell, coming right back at it. That goal coming just 3 minutes before half-time. Winner by Caldwell. On to Nakamura. On to McDonald. And this defence looking a bit vulnerable down this left-hand side. I did say they looked much more vulnerable at corner kicks than any other time in the game. Brown. Touched away. Who got a last touch? Certainly Caldwell was up for it, but it's a throw to Motherwell. One minute added time. Away there by Graham Smith. Slightly shocked by that goal. They thought they might just hold out. Inside it goes! Can be put in off the post. Should have been a goal. Killen missing out on that. And a huge gap had appeared in that Motherwell defence. There we are, put inside. You thought scoring was easy, particularly there, and Killen misses it. And that might have killed Motherwell altogether. 1-0 going in is bad enough. 2-0, and they would really have a mountain to climb. Let off the hook that time. Neatly into Nakamura. McGeady giving support at the back. Well, I make it the minute of added on time is up. And then it goes. Half-time whistle, only one goal in it. And that's the man who made it. It was a long time coming. He just poked in there. Now look at Cragen beside him. I thought he'd got a touch as well, but the other replay shows clearly that McDonald got in there. And in fact, you had to say, well, why did Cragen allow him to do that? Give this man any latitude like that in the box, and he's sure to score. So, half-time score, Celtic 1, Motherwell 0.
Keep up. It's the final stop in the full series. The pressure's on to make the top 125 and a card for the 2008 PGA Tour. With the Royal Bank of Scotland Group, the Children's Miracle Network Classic. Thursday at 6, Setanta Golf.
Do you get digital TV included with your phone service? No? Well, you could. Hi, guys. Did you know you can call my apartment in New York for the same price as calling your neighbor? My number is 001-212-52... I'll text you.
Imagine a Scotland without score. Men would have nothing to talk about. With no football to discuss, men are forced to talk to women. Thankfully, this frightening vision can never become a reality. Not while Score is free, inside the Scottish news of the world every Sunday. Your favourite football pullout with all the action, covering every club, every game, every goal. Thank heavens for Score.
Keep up.
1-0 up. Reflection of Celtic's superiority in that first half, certainly in terms of the possession they have. But Motherwell have shown on the counter-attack that they can be dangerous as well. That could have been 2 in the last 3 minutes, and that would have made it infinitely more difficult for Motherwell. But they got away with that, and consequently they're still in it with a chance. I thought they played some very good football on the counter-attack in particular. I thought the last goal was avoidable though. And it goes to Brown. Now McGeady. McGeady was certainly the most potent force in that first half. 2-1 by Naylor. Hartley picked up by Nakamura. Quite-ish game by Nakamura in the first 45 minutes. But Celtic taking a great deal of comfort out of getting that goal when they did. Straight, that's unusual for McManus. Here's Lashley going in, trying the shot. There he is again. McCormack, there's a little chip by McCormack. Quite an intelligent move by the former Rangers player because he was travelling across the field, as you can see here, and then tries to chip it in that reverse angle. He's had a very good first 45 minutes. Well, there's the man working out what should have happened there. Used to score goals himself in galore from positions like that. Kimura. I think McDonald was slightly slow going after that. And it goes to Nakamura. Nobody was covering. Patterson just got back. Throw to Motherwell though, that came off Nakamura. Nakamura, as I said, had a quite-ish first half. Always capable of doing something quite extraordinary. And all his opponents know that. Brown. Slight play there by Clarkson. With Brown again, does a little back heel effectively. Brown wanting it. Decent ball in. Away by Quinn. Here's McCormack. McManus played that very coolly. Let McCormack get the control. Caldwell. Swept round there by McDonald. Killen was lying handily. fresher start to this half than in the first by Celtic. That could have gone right through to the goalkeeper. Cragen just behind it. Markover. Nakamura. Ashley does very well. Come in. Just took over there very quickly. Patterson. Reynolds trying to get that down, not accurate enough. Phil O'Donnell, the veteran, on the field now against some of the younger legs here. There's Phil O'Donnell, age 35. Still going strong though. A good footballing brain, that's the most important thing. Cragen had to play it safely. Killen just hovering at the back. Caldwell. Support there by Kennedy. Nakamura. Tried to open it out. He doesn't successfully though. Towards O'Donnell. That was Porter who just simply overran that ball. Gives Celtic another opportunity. Killen's after it. Unfortunately for Killen, and I think that may have been a foul. Cragen screaming at his defenders there. There's Celtic at the free kick. And the magician is hovering over it at the moment. There he is. Well, I think the referee is having a word with Quinn to start off with before anything else happens. McManus is up for it, he puts it in and out to McGeady. Tries off the crossbar, brilliant effort by McGeady. It was so close. Instinctive effort there by the Celtic player. Lastly, Motherwell on the counter. That's a free kick. McGeady coming in on the back, and Brown, I think the referee is going to have a word with Brown. Now look at the packed defence in front of him. And that superb, exquisite chip almost came off. Referee wants that ball played back again though.
Substitution for Motherwell office number 3, Jim Patterson.
Patterson is about to come off, and on comes Mark Fitzpatrick. Here's Quinn. On the edge to McCormack. Good play there by McManus, held his ground very well. Should go back to the keeper. Bit of a push there, and that free kick will go the way of Celtic. The man who's booked there is David Clarkson. Nicely flicked on there, picked up by Leslie. Here's Clarkson. Too many Celtic players surrounding him though. Celtic once again beginning to command in midfield. Quinn. McGarry. Well, that's a nice piece of turning by Porter. 3 players inside, and that's a good save, but that was far too close to the goalkeeper. McCormack can sense that the ball wasn't square to himself. You can see here, this makes it, a goalkeeper like Boric, you've got to put it beyond him. Instead, he just plays it straight to him. Here's McManus. McGeady. Tremendous pace by McGeady going on the outside. That's good tackling though. Excellent play by Quinn. He just got there. Celtic slow, I think. Back to Naylor. Boric playing it simply to Kennedy. Very much a lull in the game at the moment. This man might waken it all up. Brown. On a Sudds there. Just went that little bit too far, I think. Could have laid it off again. So they need more of that from him, though. There's McCormack. There's a nice little ball through there, and that's a good save. Look how well Boric had created that angle for himself. Out he came, advanced, and made it very, very difficult for Porter. But once again, Motherwell beginning to show they can get forward and can get space near goal. McGeady. Paul Hartley. Beautifully laid on there by McGeady. Hartley coming forward, and he might have been put off by the on-rushing defence. Neatly put inside there, and you could see he had to slice at it with the bodies in front of him. Again by McManus, superb in the air. No signs of any anxiety. Lastly inside. Once again Quinn came forward, but Brown mops up. Reynolds going up for that. Good play by Motherwell, came out of that well. And Lashley really giving it away. Lashley, he must have known the player was well covered. Naylor, oh, look at that beautiful ball, and in it goes the second one. There was no cover for McDonald, and the little man is really enjoying himself. 10th goal of the season as Celtic, I think, put this well beyond Motherwell. Where on earth did the defence go? What's this pass coming in there? Who was tracking? And Scott McDonald gets his second of the match with 13 minutes of the second half played. Here's Quinn. Chased there by Porter, up to Clarkson. Well, Motherwell tried to walk it into the net, I think, on that occasion. I think the referee's going to have a word with Naylor. I think it's about the way he simply rammed the ball into the crowd. Let's watch this. Feels for the penalty there, referee having none of it. Yeah, it's a bit of a push there by McCormack. He's had a very good game, McCormack. Celtic defence finding it very difficult to pin him down. He has that kind of mobility that McDonald has, although the Celtic striker capitalising on it better, getting better service to start off with. Now Caldwell. Here's Naylor. Decided to go on his own, wanted that ball played back to him. Nakamura putting too much on the ball. Lastly, is McGarry. Forced out by that. Nakamura hardly seen in this match, to be honest, to any effect. Porter. That's a bad ball by O'Donnell, though. Gets that one through now, Clarkson. Well, the referee waving play on here. Brown comes away with it. There's an ooh-ah from the crowd in his last challenge. There's McDonald. Did very well to hold on to that. Back to Caldwell. Nothing much coming from Motherwell at the moment. Now McGiddy again. What an impact he makes with these long runs of his. Way by Smith. And injury in the game stopped, and I think Scott McDonald, I beg your pardon, Scott Brown is going to be booked. Now the referee let play proceed. As I said, there was a grunt from the crowd in his last challenge that he had made, and so he gets booked. The referee rightly let the play go to see how it would develop, and then chose to book him. Kicked away downfield, back to the Celtic goalkeeper. Got the feeling from the crowd as well that they feel this game is already won. It's a bit early to think about that, only still to reach the 20-minute mark in the second half, but More or less, I could hardly disagree with them. Motherwell at this moment seem to have run out of any steam. Here's McGarry. Porter inside. O'Donnell tried to come up on that. Porter again. Wild effort there by O'Donnell. No chance of doing anything from a situation like that. On now to McCormack. There's O'Donnell. Almost caught out in that again. McCormack doing well to get his head to that. Brown tried to go in. Good play by Kennedy initially. Once again, too much in that pass forward by O'Donnell. Certainly McGarry had taken up a good position just inside the box. Here's Quinn, maybe his last touch of the ball. It looks as if Motherwell might be substituting him. There he is. There's McManus. Not the best clearance by McManus. Clarkson. That's a better ball if it can be caught by McGarry. It is. Simple one. Haven't really tasted the Celtic goalkeeper until the shot by McCormack. As far back as that shot in the first 10 minutes by McCormack, which did a bit of swerving. Very good save by Boric. Should be the goalkeeper's ball. Well, there should have been a bit of shouting from Graham Smith there. That was going straight to him. Killen tries to turn it round. Appeals for a penalty. Nothing doing, said the referee. Straight to Lashley. Oh, it's cumbersome play there by Clarkson. Motherwell had very good possession. Strong challenge again there by Kennedy. Ball not played out, and that'll be a corner goal kick. Well, there have been 2 or 3 penalty claims in this match. Simon Mensing is going to come on now. Trying to indicate that to the referee. And have.
Substitution player office 22, player 8
Up comes Mensing. Just touched away, there's Mensing. First touch of the ball. Yeah, pushed there by Clarkson. He's got to watch it. Well, we're halfway through the second half. Celtic playing, I think, well within themselves now. That's Reynolds to McGarry. To Lashley. Just a bit fortunate there that they picked that one up, Celtic. Killen shielded that ball very well. Now Nakamura McDonald again. Here's Nakamura, he might let fly, he does. It's not a free kick there, challenge there by McGarry. This is just simply a total mistiming, and his boot was up dangerously though. Naylor. Decent ball in there. Well, Graham Smith didn't know too much about that. He flapped at it. Caldwell to Brad. McGeady. Clarkson had to go back with him. He's done a lot of defensive work today for Motherwell, Clarkson. Beautifully put out. Oh, just past. Corner kick. Well, for the first time in the game, the Japanese making a significant contribution, laying it off there, then coming inside first time. Deserving of a goal, the way he thought that one out. Long and high, and that will go behind. Goal kick. There by Porter, put the wrong way by McCormack. He fights back at it. Yes, he gets a free kick for that. I think there was an arm involved there. There he goes forward, and he was taken with the left arm there of Brown, who, having been booked, has to be very careful. By Brown. Trying to get any depth. Long kicks forward there, but against two men who are very powerful in the air. Free kick as Naylor goes down. There's a challenge here. And I think the fact that one of the players went over the top, they both went in for it, concluded with the referee giving the verdict to Celtic. That's straight out of play, and I don't know what Boric was thinking about there. Throw to Motherwell. Game in a kind of stalemate at the moment. Yes, Celtic are in the lead, but nothing very much happening. All centred in midfield. This man may change it. Up to McDonald again. McGeady follows up. Good play by Celtic on the left. Ball still in play. Yes, that's a free kick. McManus right over the top. Here's McCormack. Naylor going back with him. Still McCormack. Didn't have any support there. Reynolds. Not too many players going for that. O'Donnell and McCormack went for it. Now Celtic on the counter. Killen. Caldwell's up there and well away this time by Cragen. Good play by O'Donnell. Motherwell on the break. Oh, not the best ball forward though, I had to do better than that. Clarkson tries to go in, good recovery though by the Celtic captain. A degree of untidiness there in the Celtic defence. But I think the flag was up in any case. Just as that move occurred, the flag went up. "15 minutes left. Good play by McGeady, kept his head, good concentration, still going. Beautifully clutched. Clutched by Graham Smith. He had no opportunity to go for it first time. Any mistake here, and the ball was in the back of the net. But once again, credit to this man. He's been the most dynamic player on the field. Yes, McDonald's had his couple of goals, but I think a lot of Celtic's inspiration has come from watching him taking these long runs. Caldwell, Nakamura tried to switch the play again. McGeady was calling for it. Brown has it. It's McManus. Easy ball there to Kennedy. Plenty of space for Kennedy. Neat, tidy play there, Brown. Beautiful little ball through, and that's a good tackle. It had to be. Mark Reynolds at his very best there. Slightest touch, and it could have been a penalty kick. Good play by Brown, putting that in. McDonald after his hat-trick. They go too many players in there. Way by Clarkson, nobody downfield for Motherwell though. Well, at that time, this is the substitute, Simon Mensing. Lastly, who's filling in on that right-hand side. Very poor ball forward though. To no effect. Nobody was going to be on the end of that. Nakamura was making the run forward. Mensing. McGarry. Here's Clarkson. Run there by Porter. Running out of options though. Good covering there. The likes of a Nakamura would have feigned to cross and then cut inside. Need a bit of quality to do that. Nice turn there by Clarkson, taking on too many though, and it's McDonald finding himself in that left back position. Not the best clearance though by him. Easily away. Kennedy picking these up well. Once again McManus is in. Lastly, Motherwell simply cannot get any quality in the final ball. And it goes beautifully sent out there and flipped away. Nakamura, now the break. Overdid it. Here's McCormack. Mensing. O'Donnell. Very ambitious to try a shot from there. Nakamura. Here's McGinney now. This could be interesting. Well, I did give him the build-up. He's done a lot better than that in the game so far. This one recalls that wonderful chip he had. Ought to have done better, actually. Ten minutes remaining. Celtic pretty solidly in the lead. Boric hasn't had to make a save in the second half. Here's Brown. Just the wrong side there, Brown, I think. Mensing. And the flag had gone up in any case. Reynolds gives the ball away again, though. Celtic coming back. Here's McDonald. I think Killen was going to be offside. Clarkson inside. Mensing. Very ambitious ball there by Mensing. Hartley does well to pick it up, though. Nakamura. Well, indecision there. Caldwell thought Killen was coming back for it. Killen gets it now. Here's Brown. Nakamura. I thought he was just going to slip it out to Brown there. Now Naylor. Caldwell must have a shot at goal here. Well, pretty timid shot. Look again, he was attempting to chip to the far side. Good position for him. Not an odied finisher from that sort of position. Killen managed to get through there. Nakamura, this could finish it off. He slips. No doubt about it. The suffers beat him there. Slack play by Motherwell, allowing this little 1-2, and then there's the slit that saved them. Up to McCormack. Positive clearance there, again by the Celtic captain. McGarry getting in a tangle. That's a better ball. O'Donnell. Too many Celtic defenders there, all the same. Porter cut in. Quickly taken free kick, corner kick. Another corner kick. Motherwell will settle for that. Cragen was up there, just letting it roll over with 7 minutes of the game left. beyond everybody. Motherwell players have come in just a little bit too far that time. Here's Brown. On to Hartley. Naylor got out of that well. Inside it goes to McGeady. Just a little bit too wide. And that's over, I think. Another sweeping move there by Celtic, who, as I said, have been playing well within themselves in the last half hour. I think Donati is preparing to come on for Celtic. It looks like Nakamura is coming off. That's had a very quiet game today, Nakamura, culminating in that run forward, which was an intelligent run, but it wasn't his day with that slip on the turf. McDonald chasing after this. Referee waving play on. He's a tough little customer, gets in very well. Brown tried to finish it off. Great surge forward there by Brown. Something would want him to do this more often, and he almost gets a touch. Good goalkeeping. Here we are, Donati now coming on. Up comes Nakamura. Long, hard season to come with Europe, internationals and domestic games. Got to be very tight domestically in the league. And so the players have to be used economically, wisely. Here's Brown. Penalty kick. A really silly challenge there. Just watch this. Puts the foot inside and he knows it himself, Cragen. Now who'll take this? Surely the man who scored a couple. The referee having a word with O'Donnell. So, a hat-trick is in the offing. I think as soon as Cragen had made the touch, he knew it was a penalty kick. Here he goes. There it is. No doubt he'll be man of the match and is eager to get on with it. Come back for the man who didn't start in Lisbon and showing how effective he can be. Coolly taken penalty kick. So, 11 goals to this man this season. Giving some, not only joy to the Celtic squad, but I think relief after a fairly miserable week. Celtic badly needed a result like this. And the little Australian in particular has led the way to give him it. Killer. Now McGeady. Well, I thought Motherwell played some confident football in this match. They had one or two efforts earlier on, but lacking any real menace up front. There's Killen. Now Scott Brown looking to have a bit of purpose to his play. There'll be 2 minutes of added time. Naylor.
The referee has added on 2 minutes of additional
Brown.
time.
Donati trying to measure his pass, sending Killen away. Inside it goes and back to Donati. Yes, I think there have been major flaws in this Motherwell defence this afternoon. The first goal, it should have been covered. Well taken by McDonald. Player beside him might have got to it. Cragen to start off with. Here's Caldwell. Celtic still trying to add to the tally. Motherwell still can't clear their lines. Swept in beautifully by McDonald again. That was an excellent save. He does pop up in the most opportunistic situations. Like that.
Just fucking here! Push!
Trying to take this. Played down. Caldwell. Celtic trying their best to get this fourth goal, but away comes Clarkson. Now McCormack. Well, I think there was a bit of pushing going on there, and look how Naylor had gone away from the left to cover on the right for that. Reading the menace of it very quickly. Free kick. And there it goes, the final whistle. Celtic getting the badly needed victory after a very poor week. And there's the hero of the day, Scott McDonald, the hat-trick. Very neatly taken, this first one here when he dabs in front of everybody else. That was the first. The second one, appalling covering here, but he took it well. And there is the penalty. Beautifully taken. And he is turning out to be one superb signing. The final score, Celtic 3, Motherwell 0.
Keep up.
Oh, what have we got here? We've got to tidy you up, digitally speaking. So here's what you do. You call Virgin Media on this subtly placed number, and they give you digital TV, broadband, and home phone together in one neat little bundle, all for only £30 a month. That's better.
To get all three services for a tidy £30 a month, call Virgin Media now on 0800 052 6060.
Imagine a Scotland without score. Men would have nothing to talk about. With no football to discuss, men are forced to talk to women. Thankfully, this frightening vision can never become a reality. Not while Score is free, inside the Scottish news of the world every Sunday. Your favourite football pull-out with all the action, covering every club, every game, every goal. Thank heavens for Score.
All right, okay, I can explain this. Let me tell you about my day. I go to put my breakfast tray outside my hotel room door, and the door shuts behind me, which is irritating when all you're wearing is a towel, you know, it's embarrassing. And then I have lunch with this guy named Michael, and of course I remember his name is Lawrence, and that Michael was his boss. Good one. Then I go get my hair done for some wonderful event I have to go to, and it starts raining, doesn't it? I mean, there's rain, and then there's rain. This is definitely rain.
Scott McDonald got away from Mason. Scott Brown and Celtic have the lead. Scott Brown scores, and that could be ominous for St Mirren. Caldwell long towards Scott McDonald. Oh, and he's going to turn that in. What a terrific goal! It didn't look the favourite to get there, Scott McDonald, but he got there and he follows his Champions League goal with an SPL goal for Celtic.
Donald. Nakamura! What a strike! The definitive Nakamura strike with vicious swirl in that ball.
Doumbé for Vinegar of Hesseling, Scott McDonald and McGeady! Excellent equaliser! To the cross, McDonald! It's a goal from a set piece for Celtic, and Scott McDonald hits Celtic ahead.
Clearance there by Naylor. Donald gets the ball again, bounces off clearance. He's in ball, there it's in! McDonald gets his hat-trick. And is he delighted?
Antipodean attack, McDonald hat-trick sinks well. Table-topping performance, the manager reflects on a job well done. And reserves review, we look ahead to tomorrow's Old Firm game. Hi there and welcome to the first huddle of the week from the studios of Celtic TV. What a difference a weekend makes. After a frustrating 7 days, Celtic bounced back in great style by skipping to a table-topping victory at home to Motherwell. Joining me to reflect on all the action is former Celtic captain and defensive rock, Tom Boyd. Thanks for coming in, Tom. Now, former Celt Mark McGee returned to Parkhead on Saturday in charge of a Motherwell team that have impressed many with their early season form. They came up against a determined Celtic side, keen to stretch their lead at the top of the SPL. For Parkers, it was the day when an old friend came back to haunt them. Your commentator is Archie McPherson.
Nakamura. Swung well out! Just headed down there, it was McManus who came up. That was a very good save. And here's McCormack on the chase again. Should get this. Kennedy with them. He's going to let fly a goal, and that is simple stuff there for the quality of goalkeeper, and you give it away. Tries to do a little chip. Then it is, what a miss. And Boric is coming out, criticising the defender for that he should have been alert to it. What a fiasco. He rolls it out there. Now, who do you blame? The fullback and the goalkeeper. There it goes again. It's an own goal. I certainly think McDonald was there just before half-time. Reagan was very close to it as well. Just watch this. Now, clearly McDonald, beautifully in place. He didn't even have to jump for it. Inside it goes. Can be put in off the post. Should have been a goal. Killen missing out on that. And a huge gap had appeared in that Motherwell defence. McManus is up for it, he puts it in, and out to McGeady. Tries off the crossbar, brilliant effort by McGeady. It was so close. Here's McCormack. There's a nice little ball through there, and that's a good save. Look how well Boric had created that angle for himself. Out he came, advanced, and made it very, very difficult for Porter. Naylor, look at that beautiful ball. And in it goes, the second one. There was no cover for McDonald. And the little man is really enjoying himself. 10th goal of the season that Celtic, I think, put this well beyond Motherwell. Where on earth did the defence go? What's this pass coming in there? Who was tracking? And Scott McDonald gets his second of the match with 13 minutes of the second half played. Brown. Penalty kick. A really silly challenge there. Let's watch this. Puts the foot inside and he knows it himself, Cragen. A hat-trick is in the offing. Here he goes. There it is. No doubt he'll be man of the match, and he's eager to get on with it. Truly taken penalty kick.
Oh, I thought it was a terrific game. I'm sure it'd be good for you to commentate because there's a lot happening, a lot of good football, and it was quick. Motherwell have found some pace from somewhere, and they were good. Made some chances, but we made a lot of chances. So it could have, on a lucky day, Motherwell could have caused us real problems. It's good value for money. At the moment, I think you judge a person on when he leaves the club, and you look back and say, well, great value for money, good. So he's got another 4 years to go. So let's have a look at the end of it. But just now, it's fantastic for us. We took heart from the way we performed in Benfica, and in a reasonably lucky night, we're going to get a huge point. So we're 3 minutes away from getting a great result. But as I said last week, the team that wins more challenges and takes their chances, because we had chances, we never took them last week. And again, crucial the first goal. And I hold my hands up and say the better team won. And then we go away, like we're wounds, and get better.
Now, this time last week I sat with you in the huddle, Tom, and you said if Celtic got beat, you were going to throw a bottle out your window. So, for the good of your neighbours walking by, I think it was a morale-boosting victory for Celtic.
Well, they'd give us a chance to get that pint before they flew it. But yes, it was certainly a case of lifting spirits after a bad week. We had after a Old Firm defeat, which is hard to take at any time, and now unlucky of losing out to Benfica so late on after riding my luck a little bit in the second half. But I totally agree with the manager. I thought the performance was very, very good, and I think a lot of that was down to Motherwell, who came out and tried to have a go, but unfortunately they weren't good enough. And for Celtic it was great, they could have scored far more goals.
And winning is a habit, Tom, as you well know. How important is it after a tricky 7 days for Gordon and the lads as well to have a morale boosting victory like the one at the weekend?
It just gives our confidence a wee boost again, it could have been deflated after Wednesday and also the Old Firm game, but I think with the performance result, I think you see the form that they've showed before the couple of games, other than the Gretna, but they showed the form that they've shown all season, and that they're coming back into the run of things, and they're starting to play again.
And you're certainly right, Motherwell came to play as well. We can have a look at some of the highlights from the match as well. And Motherwell certainly didn't sit back, Tom. They played 3 up front and they created some chances early on.
Early part of the game, they certainly came out and had a go, and we didn't quite get used to their formation, their system, and like that, a couple of shots that nearly deceived Arthur. I think it must have
had to be alert there, Arthur.
Had to swerve, and he's done the right thing, just cleared it to safety. Again, causing us a couple of problems. Maybe not quite clean our lines what we should do. A shot and goal. I think I had that covered, and a weak effort Mull. But that was an example of the early part of the game where I think Mull certainly had the better. That was almost a suicidal pass. I don't know who to blame here, whether to blame the goalkeeper. Turns out a fantastic save in the end. I think Lee Naylor's not looking, he's just looking up to see where the pass going. Arthur's maybe hit it a wee bit too far, but that's a fantastic save.
I think maybe Arthur just does that to keep us on our toes.
Yes, but I'd rather do it for maybe 6-0 others on that,
But Motherwell here did have chances. I mean, not a lot that seriously worried the Celtic defence, but wasn't it refreshing to see a team come to one of the Old Firm and actually play a bit of football?
Yeah, and I think they've been getting credit all season for the way they have been playing, and to come to Celtic Park, where teams usually sort of, get the defensive ball set up and put everybody behind the ball, then it's certainly a case. It's refreshing, and as you said, the manager says another day they might have had a goal that it could have caused us a little bit of problems, but I think with the confidence that it showed for the game, I think for the start of the game, I think we would have went on and won the game anyway.
I think that is the case, and I think Gordon Strachan mentioned maybe on a lucky day things could have gone another way. I think it's certainly good for the fans as well to see a team come and have a go. It makes it more of an even contest.
Well, there's been so many times when you've been sitting in your seat and you've been bored with teams coming and just defending. I've played in so many games myself, and it's hard work to try and open up these defences. Sometimes it doesn't go for you. But it's nice to see both teams. But we like to see attacking football in this country. Certainly at Celtic Park, we've been brought up with a tradition of attacking football. I'm sure Motherwell have had that as well down the years. And I think you've seen two teams want to play some good open attacking football.
And Motherwell started by attacking Celtic. Celtic didn't take long to respond to that with some chances of their own. You can have a look at them here. Celtic did try and get a stranglehold in the game and created some good openings. Yeah,
there was a lot of players coming back to form. I felt, as you said, the manager saying a little bit of criticism with the way they played last year. Nakamura's delivery again was back to normal. A couple of times, last week, the week game against Gretna, it wasn't up to his usual standards, and he started to play Nakamura.
And picks a lovely pass there as well.
Great vision, great awareness, and I thought he was instrumental in controlling a lot of the game. And then there's another chance in the first half. Could have scored 3-4 easily in that first half as well. Scott Brown doing very, very well. Showing good body strength.
And how good is it to see a player like Brown from the midfield getting up and supporting the strikers?
It's what you need. It's certainly what you need, to help out the strikers. That was one that should have been. I think it should have burst the back of the net. Unfortunately hit the post. I don't know if the defender's done enough just to put Chris Killen off there, but I would have thought that was certainly a great chance.
Almost the only thing missing from Killen's performance was the goal. Gordon Strachan singled him out for his exceptional performance. How do you rate this guy?
He did very well, without question, and I think a lot of the success that Scott got on Saturday was down to the unselfish work that Chris Killen done. A lot of times running into corners for a big tall lad, big striker who's not got a great amount of pace. It's an effort for him. But you know, he done that kind of job for Scott to be able to get the space and all that kind of thing, taking the defenders as well. You see a couple of times he was unlucky with his chances at goal as well. One, a great save for the keeper, and one I think he should have scored that he hit the post.
And Chris Killen always gives 100%, always works tirelessly. Do you think this is a partnership that can work? They showed certainly good signs of Scott McDonald and Chris Killen of working well together.
Well, what it does give the manager, it gives him another option. Obviously, Big Jan Vennegoor is your number one striker up there alongside Scott McDonald. That's the partnership that started so well at the start of the season. He brought Chris Killen in, I thought, as a replacement in case Vennegoor, who has had some injuries of late and obviously had some last year. So it's good to see that another partnership is working. That if Vennegoor gets a couple of injuries, he can always use Chris Killen. Yeah,
it shows good strength and depth. Well, Celtic did press and press. Eventually, it did get the goal. This was it from Scott McDonald again. Are you surprised, Tom, at just how many goals Scott is scoring at the moment?
Yeah, he's on a rich vein of form, and it's a tremendous...
the weeest man in the box there.
Exactly, didn't have to do too much. It's a case usually when you get all the inside the box deliveries, that great delivery for Nakamura, but defenders are usually picking up the big boys. I think probably Scott McDonald was on the goalkeeper there and come off the goalkeeper with nobody, not a defender marking him. Mark McGee would be very disappointed to lose that. It's such a late stage in the first half as well.
And when he got in position, it wasn't an easy header. He actually to arch his neck. Very good technique.
Exactly. That's the key thing though. He didn't have to jump for it and do that kind of thing. He just had to come off the goalkeeper and he's put it in. And another reason why you see, I hate to see that, there's not a defender on the front post, which is obviously favourable for us. But normally, if I was giving players, I like to see two players on my back post, or both posts. That may not happen, but that's Motherwell's folly. They missed out on that. You've got Scott McDonald put it in the back of the net for us. That was great.
You've thrown another bottle if that happened, Tom.
No, not quite. Well, if Motherwell want to do that, continue, fine, no problem. There was another couple of instances. There was a great save for the keeper, but I like to see both. But maybe they lacked a little bit of height. I think Mark McGee had mentioned that. I think they lack a little bit of height, Motherwell. And I think possibly that was the reason why they've left somebody off the front post to go and pick up in another area.
It was a notable point after that. At no other point I did see in the game where there wasn't at least someone on both posts, so Mark McGee obviously took note.
Well, obviously that would have been in the second half after that, and he would have, as you say, took note and saying, well, we'll put somebody on that. It's something that, something should be done for the start of the game, even if it means bringing back a centre forward who's just in there as a body to cause some problems. I think I'd rather see that than both people, because if the ball's headed into the corner, the keeper's got absolutely no chance.
But the goal certainly lifted Celtic. They came out in the second half and they absolutely went for it, had more chances to increase the lead, and this is good. Celtic getting forward in numbers again and creating problems for the Motherwell defence.
There was great play in the second half, floating attacking football. I thought Lee Naylor was back to his best. He showed us the forms, the deliveries, the balls into the box. And it was just raining chances, chance after chance.
And that delivery is so difficult, Tom, for a defender to play against.
Yes, well, once he gets his angles and his line right, Nakamura, unfortunately, a little bit of slip there when he's just about to pull the trigger. But there was chance after chance. Great again support again for Scott Brown running into the box, which you asked for. Nakamura, he's got the vision to pick them out. And it was just a case of when we were going to get another goal. It was we were playing so well at that time. It was open, inventive football. And it was good to watch.
And Shinsuke Nakamura certainly had a good game. What do you make of him, Tom? He was obviously rested, he's back, and he certainly looked back to somewhere near his best.
I think he needed I think if you look at the two games that he's played before, he missed obviously the Benfica, come on Leon, the game against Rangers and the game against Gretna, his delivery was quite poor, which is unlike him. He never really got involved in the Rangers game. In Gretna, he was hitting the ball, his free kicks weren't getting by the first man, or his corners weren't getting by the first man. That's not like him. On Saturday there, he was back to his best. He was putting the balls into the right area. He was getting his head up. He was looking more confident. Maybe it was the rest that done him the world good, but it was certainly pleasing to see.
And that's clever rotation. We often talk about squad rotation as a negative thing, but this was positive by Gordon Strachan. He rested Shinsuke and he came back and looks a stronger player for it. Yeah,
I think it was on the back of the Old Firm game as well, and different tactically. He's seen some players in there that weren't playing up to their scratch, and he's had the the squad to be able to rest some people. He tried it differently in Benfica, but now you're playing a home game and you're wanting your players, maybe you think their team might come and sit and defend. You need players that can unlock defences, and Nakamura is certainly one of them.
You mentioned Lee Naylor, who I thought had an excellent game, and he was certainly pivotal in Celtic's second goal, not only providing the pass but winning the ball for Scott McDonald to slot home. This was a good goal, Tom, wasn't it?
Yeah, it shows the determination.
Good passion.
Great reading of the game, nipping in front of him. And then not only happy with that, he continued in trying to help up. But good vision for you, a great run for Scott McDonald in behind the centre back, and then when he's in there, it's going to be a goal. A nice composed finish for Scott McDonald. You just see here, just a nice wee look bit of vision, but I think it was a run for Scott McDonald that made it. The defender hasn't a clue where he is, and he's just running behind him. Great weight of pass for Lee Neal as well. He had all the space in the park in behind him, and a nice finish for Scott.
And having someone ahead of you like Scott McDonald, who you know is going to run in behind, gives you, as a forward-thinking player, a good option to play that ball in behind, and inevitably Scott McDonald will get on the end of it.
Well, it's what you want as a striker. You don't want to be standing still and being easily marked. You've seen the example of that he's always on the move, he's always looking either to come. If that's not on, he'll try and look in behind, because he has got a good bit of pace that can trouble defences, especially the Motherwell. And I think he certainly caused them a lot of problems on Saturday with that pace.
I mentioned Scott McDonald a little bit earlier on, and you say you're not surprised, but his scoring record, obviously at the end of this game, he had taken it to 11 for the season. That's 11 in 15 games. That's invaluable to any team.
It's right up there with the best, isn't it? You know, certainly down in Celtic history so far. So it's great that he's continued. You know, he was brought in and obviously under a lot of pressure with these performances against Celtic and his goals against Celtic that denied his league 1 year. So he's just answering, you know, the critic. A lot of people would say, "Oh, coming from Motherwell, he'll not do that well," but he's just proven everybody wrong and proven what a great player he is. You know, he's done it up there himself at times. You know, but he's also done it. You know, well, there's Chris Cullen now, Jan Vennegar. And he's getting the rewards for that, and I think you're seeing a striker who's in a right vein of form. Even when he wasn't scoring earlier doors, he was still getting himself in the right position, and he was just waiting and that wee one clicking, and he just looks as though he's going to score in every game.
And it all really clicked in for him at the end of the game. Just a couple of minutes left, it was the perfect end to a day, making it 3-0. This was the Scott McDonald hat-trick. Definitely a penalty for you, was it, Tom?
Oh yeah, no question. He was booked, I think, slightly earlier in the first half for a dive, which I'm questionable about that one. But there's no question here. I think you see the defender trying to get the ball, but he's mistimed his challenge. There's no malice in it, but he's certainly brought him down. But there is
contact
and
there.
the defender certainly knows he's made the mistake. You see his reaction after it, and the contact's there enough to put Scott McDonald down. And there was only one man that was wanting to take the penalty.